Alright, hey, what's going on in this folder? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're talking about making a recording template in Pro Tools. I've seen a lot of videos on this shit, and a lot of people get it wrong, or a lot of people give you guys misinformation about how it should be done, right? There is no perfect way to do it, obviously, right? But I've seen some videos that don't clearly explain certain elements that you have to have, or your routing will be fucked up and it will not work. So first, jump into a blank Pro Tools session. First thing I like to do, set your recording mode to quick punch, right? Make sure you are on grid snap. Set your BPM to like 140 or something. If you're making hip hop songs, I do 140. You know, every song, most beats are gonna be around that 120 to 180 range, right? For hip hop, at least double time. So, Control Shift N, go ahead and make an audio track. Make this a master fader, and just gonna name it master. Make sure it's stereo. Create. All right, here's our master fader. First thing I like to do to this track, SSL comp. Gonna use the famous Alex Toomey preset. This is like fucking glue, bro. This shit's amazing, right? Another thing, go up here, setup, IO, go to bus, click default, input, default, output, default, everything default, right? Because if you open up another session and you click restore, you're gonna have their IO settings, and it may not be routed for your computer or your setup you were running, right? So you need to make sure you're on default. So SSL comp, here's our preset we're using. This is the Toomey master. 12 thresh, 1 makeup, 3 attack, auto release, max mix, 1 rate, 4:1 ratio. We're just looking at the end, right? We're not gonna pay attention to this shit. Close it. Next thing, L2, right? Threshold, put outceiling on 0.1. Threshold, put this on like 3.6 ish, right? This makes shit really loud. All right, go ahead and bypass these for now. If you don't want to, if you want to record with these on, you can. Shit will be super loud. Next thing, we're gonna go new, stereo, instrumental. All right, here's our instrumental track. I like to color this shit to be the darker, the like all the way on the right blue. There you go, instrumental. Put auto key on here. Let's see if we can get it to pop up. I guess not. I've been having issues with auto key 2 all day, so I've had to reinstall it every time I open Pro Tools. Yeah. Both auto keys are broken for me. Either way, right? Get put auto key on here. Next, we're gonna think about how many tracks we want for our song, right? So we need a recording track, hook leads, verse leads, ad libs. So that's at least 7 tracks, right? So I'm gonna make 7. Make as many as you need. So this first one could be our recording track. If I can find the rename button. There you go. Record. Name this whatever you want your takes to be called. Make sure you have interface in 1, right? Make sure you're actually monitoring this in 1. Record. For my recording takes, I like the color to be like pink. Like this pink right here, usually. Alright, so next we have our hook lead. So I just double click. Hook lead 1. Hook lead 2. Verse lead 1. Verse lead 1. Verse lead 2. Ad lib. Lib lead 1. Lib lead 2. Right, now we're gonna color shit. So my hooks, same way as I do in FL, man. Red for the hooks. Verse leads, make these orange. Ad libs in my third track, this darker orange or yellow. I normally do yellow, looks better in my opinion. All right, next up on our recording track, go and get auto tune in here. Auto tune Pro preferably, right? Set your retune speed. I don't know why that was blank. Your tracking, whatever you guys like to track with. Here's my settings that I put on all my projects, right? Hold Alt and click and drag this down to every track. And this will copy the settings to all these tracks. So if you look at them, they all have the same settings. Really fast, right? Record track. This recording track, we're gonna only output this to our main output. It's not going to go to any mixes. So what I like to do on this recording track is I'm going to throw an SSL channel on here and just give it a lead vox, turn the analog off, and throw like an 1176, throw an R comp on here, some type of compressor, just so you can hear it with a little bit of compression. Background vocal, boom, right? There we go. So we have our general track setup, right? So we have a stereo instrumental track, a stereo master track, and a bunch of mono vocal tracks. So next we're gonna Control Shift N to open up this menu once again. New track, right? Stereo, audio track, aux input. Gonna make 6 of these, or let me see. So main mix, ad-lib mix, delay, reverb. That's 5 tracks that we're gonna need. So we're gonna make 5 tracks. Just gonna move these all the way to the bottom because you're never gonna see them unless you're editing the mix. So this first track be main mix, ad-lib mix, delay, reverb 1, reverb 2, and now we're gonna start assigning these to buses, right? So it's input bus 1 2, next one bus 3 4, next one bus 5 6, next one bus 7 8, next one bus 9 10, right? We can start renaming this shit now. So right click, rename, main mix, ad-lib mix, right? Real simple. Delay, vocal plate. So I like my reverbs to be, I know what they are, and church hall. And these are all outputting 1 2, right? So my mix colors for this shit always goes left to right for the mixes. Oh, don't need to open track menu. Right, real quick, just gonna go left to right. There we go. So here's all these tracks now. So we got our instrumental, record, hook, leads, verse, leads, ad-libs, main mix, ad-lib mix, delay, reverb. All right, let's set up the ad-lib mix. So ad-lib mix, it's gonna put an EQ on here, and we're gonna cut basically everything below 500. This is my EQ. I'm just gonna do this shit. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just fucking cut all this shit and make this shit a phone. So you get a phone EQ on your ad-libs. If you don't want that, obviously don't do it. Do a regular vocal EQ. So I'm gonna cut that on my delay as well. Right. Delay. Gonna go H delay. Stereo. Here's the preset I use. Ping pong if you want. I don't do ping pong on every song, so I don't have it on. Reverb. R-verb. Right. Factory plate. Vocal plate. Reverb 2. R-verb again. This one factory, churches, very large cathedral, and S1 imager on here, right? S1 2.5 makes it super wide, super cool reverb effect you can put on tracks. Main mix, Rec 6 as well. Gonna go ahead. This is my default EQ I do. Cut the lows, cut some mids out and bad spots, raise that high end up. Another EQ. All right, go ahead and throw another EQ on here. Leave this one blank because we're gonna change that per song, obviously, right? C4 stereo. Go ahead. Pop vocal, right? Next up, de-esser. And again, there's gonna be stuff you change on every song, so this is a template, right? That's a normal de-esser settings right there. Gonna add some saturation to our vocal. BP 2.5, 0, right? And make sure, by the way, in your SSL you have analog off. Just want to point that out. All right. After that, go ahead and get our SSL. You have a preset you like to use it. I have my own that I prefer for my leads. All right. After that, 1176. For my actual main vocals, I do backing vocal, and I'll just raise this up a little bit to like right there. After that, S1 imager 1.2. Next up, our sends, right? So we're gonna send this shit over here. So bus, gonna send it to delay, bus, vocal plate, bus, church hall. Church hall, put this at like, if you're doing my settings at least, right? -30 on the vocal plate, -14 to 20, and then delay, round about -21 dB. Right, and you can copy these settings down to your ad-libs, and you're gonna do the same thing, alt drag, right, and that will just copy the settings down for you. For my ad-libs, I like to do them a little bit differently. I'll change this to a lead vocal because I want it more compressed. And in my SSL, I have my own backing preset that I use for background vocals. And I'm gonna up this church hall to like -20 dB. And now everything's the same. We have all these presets and shit. Now we have all this shit done. We're gonna go ahead and go up to the top, go up here, go to our hook lead, right? I don't know why. And one, right? Whatever. Who cares? Same shit. It all looks the same. We're gonna knock Mikey up anyways. All right. So hook lead, output bus, main mix. Hook lead 2, output, main mix. You do this to all these tracks. Verse lead, main mix. Verse lead 2, main mix. Lib, bus, ad lib, bus, ad lib. And you can see we have these are all going to the main mix. These are all going to the main mix. This track is going straight to our speakers, right? To our output, our interface, whatever we have hooked up. Once we have all this shit set up, we are good to fucking go. I would say go to window, go to mix, take the instrumental track, and pull this shit down to like -11 or some shit, right? And you can scroll down, you can see the name of it. Add comments to the shit if you need to, and whatever, right? Close that. We're good to go. I would shrink my master fader just to be like up here, so you know it's there, and you can turn these on if you need them. If you want to hear how the song sounds. Right, the beat. If you guys can't see your beat names, go up here to view, clip, name. But anyways,
VEEZY.
if you want to hear how loud it would get with the master on, that's how loud it would be. And if you guys want to open up shit like record, so by the way, click this. You hear yourself. So there you go. And we can record. So now the mic is striking. And you can hear EQ compression. Right. Turn that off. I don't want to hear myself. So we can hear the EQ. We can hear the compression. And it's on this regular track. If we move this down, you're gonna hear it get all the other effects. So now the mic is striking. And you can hear EQ compression. And you can hear the rest of those effects. You can hear all saturation, de-essing. You can hear the multiband compression. Obviously, you hear delay, you hear the reverb. If you guys import shit and you don't want to use it, like obviously you don't want to save it to a template, click on this shit on the right in the clip menu, click clear, click delete, click yes, it'll get rid of it. Double click to close that. There you go. That's how you're gonna do it. Go up here, file, save as template, and save this shit. Boom, boom. There you go. This is how you would set up a recording track, recording template. If there's more shit you want, obviously add it. You know, if you mean you want special effects, spiral delays, fucking crazy sends and all that shit, add it. You know what I mean? This is just the pure basics how to set this shit up. Now I plan on doing another video explaining all the cool effects I do in songs, from FX delays and shit, you know, stuff that Max has used and I thought was cool, and stuff I come up with on my own, right? A bunch of different cool shit. So stick around for all that shit, guys. My name's Folder, and I'm out.